What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. I know you guys could probably already tell it is going down just by that title alone. Definitely gonna want to see this one as we're witnessing the district attorney, Fulton County, Georgia, Miss Fani Willis, catching a major backfire in this newest update. As we've got her boyfriend and Nathan Wade being exposed. Those transcripts finally coming out, being released from his White House visits, and I'm just going to say this thing just keeps getting deeper and deeper, guys. I'm excited to get into it. So we're not straight into it. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we get into it, you guys, hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button for your boy. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it, folks. Check this one out.
Well, former Georgia Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade is now admitting to several meetings with White House officials during his time on the state's Trump case. Now, that's coming from a newly released transcript of Wade's deposition on Capitol Hill last week. Wade resigned from the Trump probe back in March after his romantic relationship with Fulton County DA Fani Willis came to light. Mike Emanuel is live in Washington with the latest details. Mike.
Emily, good afternoon. In his meeting with lawmakers and congressional staff, Nathan Wade's memory was a little fuzzy. Wade was asked, quote, "Did the interview with D.C. White House, to your recollection, involve anyone from the Department of Justice?" Answer, "I don't recall." On another matter, Wade was a little more clear when he was asked, quote, "And did anyone in the White House direct you or, to your knowledge, anyone else at the Fulton County District Attorney's Office to file charges against Donald Trump?" Answer, "No, ma'am." Wade was on Capitol Hill 1 week ago for that questioning. In May 2022, Wade billed for a meeting with the White House counsel's office at his hourly rate of $250. But when asked about it, Wade could not detail the purpose of the meeting. Wade used some version of "I don't recall" more than 30 times when questioned by lawmakers and staff during closed-door testimony. The House Judiciary Chairman says Wade's 2022 visit to Washington sounds very political.
Man, I don't recall 30 different times. I mean, come on, you guys. This man is as guilty as can be. Why don't we go ahead and subpoena those records? It sounds like an audit needs to be filed by the IRS. This guy, getting paid, and now he can't recall what he's, doing on these visits. We need the IRS to look into this, see what this guy's actually being paid for. I mean, come on, guys.
The chairman says Wade's 2022 visit to Washington sounds very political.
Yeah.
You got the whole thing with Nathan Wade, taxpayer money going to Nathan Wade. He was traveling to Washington, meeting with the DOJ, the White House, the January 6th committee, all in this effort to go after President Trump.
Wade left the Trump case due to his romantic relationship with Fulton County DA Fani Willis. Willis warned Wade against revealing case details to lawmakers, noting the risk of harming ongoing legal proceedings. The newly released transcript says Wade met with Biden administration staff on at least 2 occasions during the Fani Willis probe into former President Trump. Emily?
Mike, thank you. Harris, what are voters to make of this?
It's interesting because they're both so very different, right? I mean, you've got Fani Willis and you've got her lover, and the only 2 things that they have in common was take down Trump, and they tried to do that. I'm not so sure that the Justice Department shouldn't have jumped in here early and taken a real good look at this. Because I want to know, is this happening in other places around the country? And with him now bringing forth information so late in the game, why didn't we know this before? And why is everything always right before an election? I mean, it's important to know what is going on. But was this legal warfare? Is that really close to, really truthful? It looks like it was, in fact. It looks like we could have used these receipts a while ago. So why is the DOJ involved? This is a presidential candidate that this had to do with. Which, by the way, I mean, we wouldn't get that attention from the DOJ, but shouldn't somebody who's running for the country?
I mean, it's because they've all been put up to it. I mean, this is no coincidence. The timing of it all being released. I mean, this could have came out back in May when this was still hot on the press, when, DA Fani Willis and her boyfriend Nathan Wade's love interest was still on the table up for debate. We could have got all this information on. There was collusion between Nathan Wade, the White House. He's being set up. He's basically a point man, and they're telling him, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that in order to get after Donald Trump. I mean, come on, guys. Where is the DOJ at? They're put up to it. They're right along with them.
So, Kaylee, to Harris's point, we need answers, but frankly, none were revealed. That's the whole point. There weren't receipts. He says, I don't know why I was having these meetings at the White House. I billed for it, but I can't articulate why I was there. So the question is it incompetence? Is it fraud? And is it an absolute travesty of the justice system? To Harris's point, this is a presidential candidate.
Yes.
Right there, when you said you billed for it and you don't even know why you were there, IRS, come on now, where you at? We need an audit on this guy. That's what I was saying in the front half. This guy is literally saying he's billing for these White House visits and he does not know why. He doesn't recall. Come on now.
So the question is it incompetence? Is it fraud? And is it an absolute travesty of the justice system? To Harris's point, this is a presidential candidate.
Yes.
And no matter what, this is unacceptable.
Yeah, look, I mean, there are so many questions. Nathan Wade, I'm not obviously in his head, thankfully, but Nathan Wade, I mean, you have this May 2022 meeting with the White House counsel's office, and you bill $250 per an hour, and you don't know what the meeting's about. You don't have a record of the meeting. I mean, you know this, Emily. In law, when you have billable hours, you write with some level of specificity what you did during the hour. It's not just trip to D.C., pay me X number of dollars. It's trip to D.C. to discuss X, Y, or Z. So he didn't keep any detailed notes, it seems. Then you go to November 2022, where he does not remember why he met with the White House. This is a local Georgia prosecutor. When you meet with the White House, let me tell you, I mean, I did it at the federal level when I was outside of the White House just working on the campaign. You remember why you meet with the White House. It's a huge deal. And for a local Georgia prosecutor, this is a massive deal. But his memory evades him. And I just remember his interview with Caitlin Collins, where a consultant had to step in and stop him from answering something. And they had to go confer to the side. And then he comes back. Not in his head, but I don't know why he doesn't have a memory of this.
Your point about the billing, you know, Kennedy, there are that specificity is required for ethics reasons. So you do not just say meeting. You actually do have to, within 30 days, specify exactly to the 0.6 of a minute or the 0.6 of a quarter hour, what exactly were you doing? So that was a long time ago. Those notes were certainly reflected in those business accountings. We also know that now he had to take a racketeering class before joining the prosecution team. The caliber dealing with a presidential candidate, to me, seems shocking that you would pull in an attorney that needs a course on what to do.
Primer.
Because he never even, prosecuted anyone for as little as jaywalking, guys. This guy, Nathan Wade, was not qualified. Literally just got roped and pulled in by Fani Willis because she thought he was cute and she wanted to give him a little money, and they take their little vacations, taking advantage of the taxpayer dollar. I mean, come on, you guys. Listen to this.
That you would pull in an attorney that needs a course on what to do.
Primer.
And there were a couple issues here that struck me, and that was one, the fact that he had such a hard time with his memory, but he could remember down to the semicolon what he was talking about and those billable hours notes, but couldn't remember if he went to the White House. Like, I remember when I went to the White House, it was the summer before my senior year. I was a Girls Nation and I was in the choir, and George H.W. Bush landed on Marine One and got out, and we all sang the Star Spangled Banner. It was one of the best memories of my entire childhood.
I mean, come
so
on now.
I remember that. He would remember that. And I worry that he has to go see Joe Biden's Alzheimer's specialist if he's having such a difficult time remembering these massive events in his career. And also, why did it take 4 years? Brian Kohberger and P. Diddy, who have much more complex cases, will see the inside of a courtroom much sooner than this president.
That's right. And to that point, who believes that he can't remember? So I'm sorry, this is seemingly sniffing of a lot worse things now.
Yeah, I think that I don't recall is his way of not saying what he absolutely knows and does remember. I mean, Kaylee's point is exactly what struck me. All right, this guy, I don't think, with all due respect to Nathan Wade, I don't think he had many appointments at the White House over the course of his career. Now he shows up in the middle of this political snafu, and just his memory has gone blank about why he was there and what the point of that discussion was. I don't think anyone believes that. And to the RICO point, so the whole theory of this case around going after and prosecuting Donald Trump in the state of Georgia requires RICO, a whole complex RICO prosecution. This man had literally zero experience in that realm whatsoever. So they sent him to remedial RICO school to run a case against the former president of the United States?
No sense.
And they did this because he was sleeping with the DA, right? What a mess. And their explanations or lack thereof, I think they speak for themselves.
So why
It's
was
clear.
he at the White House? I mean, I understand the DOJ, but why go to the White House? This is
There is a big, you know why he's at the White House, Kennedy. Literally, he's being put up to it. He doesn't, if he has to take a racketeering course, of course he has to go up to the boss man. Hey, how exactly do you want me to run this case? How am I going to nail this guy? I mean, come on, guys. We know why he went up to the White House.
Why was he at the White House? I mean, I understand the DOJ, but why go to the White House? You know, if this is a Georgia case, and if there are federal aspects, fine. Go to the DOJ, but the White House, I mean, that seems like overtly political if he's meeting with White House officials.
Come on now,
I mean, frankly, it smacks of a backroom deal. To your point, what went on? I mean, it is so patently absurd for a local prosecutor to be meeting with a federal level.
Right.
The DOJ, I could maybe see, hey, we want to work with you. We want to make, even that is a stretch. I'm just thinking outside the box. The White House, I have no idea.
Well, and James Carville said it. We've tried everything. I won't do the cussing. But very early on, months ago, he was saying how we've tried everything and nothing is sticking. So was there a coordinated effort? I think this is a treasure trove of evidence of the potentiality for that. We certainly know they hate him, as I said before. Two lanes can be true, the White House and this prosecutor.
Yo, there we have it, guys. The walls are closing in very quickly on that DA Fulton County, Georgia, Miss Fani Willis, her boyfriend Nathan Wade. She thought she got off with a quick one, just happened to, get him off the case, kicking him down. But no, it seems like this ditch just keeps getting deeper and deeper, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd enjoy more content like this, I'll catch you guys on the next one week.